Hello. This is my final exam interview for interviewing skills, social work class, spring 18. I am Eva Lucas Oaks. I will start by what are the basic concepts to a social work interview? The basic concepts to a good interview include communication, techniques, special problems, and interviewing that may come up, and being a competent interviewer. Under communication, the social worker must know the defining and characterizations of what the social work interview should be about, that every part of the interview is a form of communicating with the interviewee, that listening and silence can be effective communication skills in the interview, that even nonverbal cues are being communicated by all parties in the interview, that the social worker must establish a relationship at the start of the interview in order for it to be successful. Under techniques, the interview must start with an introduction that will be conducted. There will be a problem exploration phase to the interview. That there will be a developmental phase to the interview in which the problem-solving interventions will be discussed. That during the continuation of the developmental phase, that more problem-solving interventions will be discussed and revised as needed. That during the final phase of the developmental phase, that there needs to be questioning techniques implemented. And that the conclusion of the techniques phase, that there will lead to the termination evaluation of the interview by you, the interviewer, and the interviewee. Under special problems in interviewing, that the social worker must take into consideration cross-cultural aspects of the interviewee, that some interviews can be problematic, and that the interview technique may have to be adjusted to accommodate this. Under being a competent interviewer, this will speak for itself. That is, that the social worker must know and have been trained on how to conduct a proper interview. 2. The helping process involves the stages of the social work practice are broken down into 3 phases. Phase 1 will include exploration, engagement, assessment, and planning. Phase 2 will be the implementation and goal attainments, and Phase 3 will be termination. Under Phase 1, exploring clients' problems by eliciting comprehensive data about the person or persons their presenting problems and environmental factors. 2, you want to establish a rapport and increase motivation. That is, having effective communication skills is crucial, and you must be able to engage the client. Formulate a multi-dimensional assessment of the problem, identifying the systems that play a significant role in the difficulties, and identifying relevant resources that can be utilized or must be developed. 4, planning mutually negotiating skills to be accomplished in remedying or alleviating the problem and formulating a contract. In Phase 2, the implementation, also known as the action-oriented or change-oriented phase. This phase involves explaining the plan formulated together by you and your client. In this phase, tasks are divided into specific tasks that designate what the client and the social worker plan to do during each session. It also implements interventions. The interventions should relate to the problem that were identified and the goals that were designated. 2, enhancing self-awareness. This process is enhanced when the client's experience or increase a self-awareness. Clients become aware of their strengths and progress towards their goals. 3, monitoring their progress is important because it evaluates the effectiveness of strategies and interventions. It also guides the clients toward attaining their goals. In phase 3, the termination phase, here you assess the goals that have been met. You help in developing strategies and maintain change and continued growth. And finally, you have a successful termination of the helping relationship. Question 3 says, what is the role of the social worker or human service workers in modern society? Their role requires understanding their roles. Being a social worker or human service worker is often challenging, yet a rewarding career. They are responsible for helping individuals, families, and groups of people to cope with problems that they're facing in their lives. The social work is an established professional discipline which works with other professions to play a key role in helping children, adults, and families to take control and improve their lives and conditions in which their security, safety, or ability to participate in civic life are restricted. The profession promotes social change, problem solving in human relationships, and the empowerment and liberation of people to enhance their well-being. The profession utilizes theories of human behavior and social systems. Social work intervenes at points where people interact with their environments. Here is where the principles of human rights and social justice are fundamental to social work. Question number 4. An effective social worker would develop a plan to assist individuals with enhancing day-to-day social functioning by developing a plan of intervention or treatment plan. A behavior intervention plan, also known as a BIP, is a plan that is based on the FBA. A BIP can help to replace problem behaviors with more positive ones. A treatment plan is a tool used by doctors, counselors, therapists, and the clients to shape the focus of a mental health therapy. At the basic level, mental health treatment plans help people manage mental health problems and develop opportunities for change and growth. The case management plan should be engaging and relationship building, informative collection and assessment tool, be planned and based on needs, be developed and contain resources needed, implemented, plan, be monitored, and also be reviewed, provided to move forward to case closure or reassessment. Question 5. Social workers demonstrate effective listening and communication skills during a clinical interview by paying attention to how the social worker reacts as the client is speaking. It requires being an active listener, culturally sensitive, and displaying empathy are important skills to demonstrate when conducting the interview. During active listening, the social worker uses mirroring techniques with the main purpose to be to gather information about the client's history, needs, and strengths. Developing a strong interviewing skills is vital because asking the wrong questions or responding inappropriately to your client's comments can shut down communication and hinder your overall effectiveness as a professional social worker. Question number 6. A social worker can express empathy during the active listening part of the interview. During active listening, again, you are using mirroring techniques to paraphrase and reflect back to the client what he or she just said. An example would be a client may say, "I hate my spouse when he or she yells at me. He or she makes me feel like a child." An active listening response might involve saying something such as, "So, you feel like your spouse doesn't respect you or treat you like an equal partner. Each response needs to be tailored to what your clients are saying to demonstrate that you are truly listening and engaged to what they are revealing to you. This concludes my final exam. Thank you.